Why has there been a rise in the cases of domestic violence and killings of late? What is the place of accountability in marriage, and who are you accountable to in your marriage? Today we get to meet an amazing couple as we explore these questions. Welcome to Decoded. My name is Dayan Masinde. I am a relationship and marriage coach. Every week I sit down with different couples to find out what issues in their relationship or their marriage they need decoded. Welcome.
Hi, my name is Mark Bithi, husband to my wife who will tell you her names.
My name is Brittany Mwende. I'm married to Mark Bithi.
Yeah, so we've been married now for 4 years?
Four
years,
months.
4 months.
Yeah.
And it's been an interesting journey, married to this beautiful woman, as you can see. Mungu alinijalia. Having stayed for a while, I'm just believing God for a wife. And the journey has been good. It's been interesting. I remember when we met, it was an interesting meeting. That day you were coming to town. I was somewhere working and I happened to meet, my cousin called me over to just buy me some coffee on my birthday. It was just a week after my birthday. What were you doing in town then?
I had been working in Makueni for quite some time. So I had these girls that we used to meet once in a month that would just come, meet up, take coffee, feel good. So while meeting, one of the girls says, my cousin's birthday had just passed. And today said he's in town. Can I please call him and buy him some coffee? So that's how you came into our meeting.
Yeah, and I remember it was an interesting day. I was tired. It was a Saturday afternoon. So where I was doing some work. So I came and met my cousin, and quite a good surprise. She was with her friends. My wife was one of them, and took coffee. I was silent, tried to compose myself, being all that cool gentleman that I was, and our journey began from that day. And I had a keen interest on my wife, and from that day I decided that I think this is the woman that I've been looking for. This is the woman that I've been searching for. And so from then on, I began pursuing her, but very cautiously. I didn't even take her number. That evening, I was just calling my cousin to ask them, have they arrived well? Because that day you were spending at my cousin's?
We were spending at one of the girls' place.
Yes.
So it was very funny for him, according to what my friend tells me, that he kept on calling and asking, are you guys home? Have you gotten food? Are you okay? So the girl was like, who has disturbed my brother? He's not like like this always. So clearly it was, we could see someone was being pursued, but we couldn't tell since we were two girls other than the cousin. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we dated for 1 year. We knew each other in January, began the journey. I officially called her for a date one day. It was, I think, 4 months or 5 months.
Three in April. Yeah.
3 in April. A month like this one. Very interesting. And it was a weekend, and I was under pressure. I didn't know the response that I'll get. That day I called her, and so I wanted to tell her that, you know, I want us to move forward in the relationship. I want us to get married. I'm not in this thing to just play games. And that day I met her. She was from a wedding. You're from a wedding?
From a wedding.
And I made the proposal to her. She told me she'll go and think about it. That was one of the worst feelings. And so I don't know, what is it that you were thinking? I knew you had the answer that day, but you didn't tell me.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. I don't know whether I was thinking really, just that I just whether you are serious. Yeah, but you are serious. Actually stating your intent right from the first day, because many people will be like, oh, you know, I want us to see whether we are compatible. But you came like you are so sure we're already compatible, and you were actually looking for a wife in me. And I think that quite struck it out, and I knew, because for me also I desired a man who would not be looking for someone to try out life with, and especially hearts. I don't know how people allow people to experiment with their hearts. But for me, I did not want an experiment, so you just came in straight and it did work.
Yeah, and I remember the response, the response that I got. It was so nice that, yeah, you've accepted. And so in my heart, I was like, yeah. You know, getting a beautiful girl to agree to move on a relationship was quite interesting.
Yeah.
For me, marriage has been, it's built me. It's made me better. And marriage matures someone. I've become more mature, become more responsible. I thought I was responsible. I thought I was good. And I've become even better. I thought I was patient. I've become even more patient. And just taking care of another person. Marriage has been a shoulder to lean on, someone you can share your deepest dreams, your deepest desires. That for me has been the it in marriage. I should have been married earlier.
Yeah, for me, marriage has been so good. Just having someone to do life with. You know, life has so many things. You know, when you're single, you think you're okay until you get married. And especially if you marry right, you realize, hey, I needed so much help. So I'm so glad I found help in you and someone to love. Love is beautiful. Yeah, someone just to be there with. And then the other added benefits.
And
marriage.
Yes.
Yes. One of the challenges that we did have is we are differently paced. One of us is very fast. The other one will want to take their time, analyze, look at it. Internalize. The other one is like, hey, we should be moving. So I think that one was one of the major challenges we did face, especially when it came to decision making and allowing the man to lead there to feel you're a bit fast-paced. But we've realized it's a strength. When I slow down, I can see what I couldn't see. And when it's very slow, I can also come in a bit faster and we move together. Yeah.
I think one of the challenges, and I think it's to every couple, when you're beginning marriage, the differences that you've been, and it happens. I don't know why it happens that people get married, they love each other, but then they discover they are different. And sometimes those differences bring some challenge. So for us, for me, I'm the slow paced. I'm the guy who internalizes so much. I analyze, overanalyze. And so at times I take long before I make a move and decide on something. And so for that, I felt like my wife is intruding and she's taking me too fast. And you know, at some point, I'd be angry. But you know, when I'm angry, for me, I keep quiet. And so that for us has been a challenge. And but we are getting over it. As the years go by, we understand each other and where we are going to. Yeah.